肌肉真的养成那么容易。
If I sign up for the 90 and above, I might win.
It's the intention that matters.
Yeah, this is really difficult.
Cross-country skiing.
Welcome back to Wander Taipei. This is our World Masters Games follow-up special, so stay tuned if you're into fun and fitness in the city. But first, here is a shout out to all the volunteers and the staff members at the World Masters Games. Thank you for making the World Masters Games experience so heartwarming for the athletes and the participants. Please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel if you're interested in more content brought to you by the Taipei Broadcasting Station. I was lucky enough to attend many events at the 2025 World Masters Games. The whole experience was extremely inspiring and rather intimidating. I mean, let's face it, it's hard to stay fit. And to be honest, I'm probably the last person you should go to for any advice on fitness. But instead of wallowing in self-pity, I figured this was a great opportunity to explore what fitness means to me and reclaim my narrative when it comes to my own wellness journey. So, for our episode today, you will be joining me in figuring out what attending the World Masters Games was like from my perspective, and how it inspired me to look for fun ways to stay fit in Taipei. The World Masters Games is a huge international sports event for athletes aged 30 and up, bringing together thousands of participants from all over the world. It is all about celebrating a sports for all mindset and encouraging people to stay active for life. As someone who has always had an apprehensive relationship with sports and wellness, this was a refreshing experience from the perspective of a curious observer.
I'm coming out of the judo competition, and this is the first time we're doing this.
I was especially mesmerized by not just how active people my age or older were, but also by how intense and powerful some of these athletes shone on the stage or the fields.
It's pretty surreal. There's so many people here that are probably old enough to be my parents or my grandfather, and they are killing it out there.
Seriously, the eldest participant was 105 years old. And there was this 88-year-old woman who was just zooming down the track field like a fighter jet. I could barely walk properly. I was lucky enough to watch a couple of games up close, and one of my favorite experiences was talking to the silver medalist for the 45-kilogram weight class for women aged 40 plus, Miss Chen Jingfang.
我一开始是朋友带我去一般的肌力训练，然后训练了一段时间，看到别人在练举重，我觉得很帅，就单纯觉得帅，然后就慢慢开始上教练课，然后就觉得蛮好玩的。我觉得重量吧，重量就是重量。 卡关的时候，我会觉得说，如果可以再早个10年开始，我觉得我的表现一定比现在好更多。很多学生说我不想要练太壮，不想要腿太粗，但我觉得
腿粗是真的胖哈，腿粗。
肌肉真的养成不是一天2天，没有那么容易。
哦，真的哦。
像这次比赛有很多漂亮的妹妹，都来比赛，对，就是代表说，现在大家对举重好像已经认识不太一样。对，最近有很多比赛啊 ，crossroads，还有像 LIGHTENING，对，这个都是就是让现在年轻族群变得。 比较喜欢运动，对
，OK。
我觉得运动没有年龄的限制，就不论什么年纪开始，只要肯做，就可以越来越有自信，对，变得很健康。
The World Masters Games reminds us that no matter your age or background, moving your body should be joyful. So, for the second half of the episode, I decided that it made sense for me to invite my good friend, yoga instructor, hardcore vegan and health buff, and to join me and explore interesting ways to stay fit and have fun in the city. Anne and I have known each other since college, and I always enjoy hanging out with her because she always takes me to the healthiest places to eat, invites me to the coolest wellness activities like doing yoga in the mountains, and she always entertains my need for meaningful conversations about good food, wellness, love, and life in general. While we were filming this episode, Taipei was raining a lot, which is why we decided to hit the bowling alleys. This place has been around since I was a child, and I love how it gives off these super retro vibes.
So I know how to like make a shake. Yeah, and how to hit it. From that mobile game. Really? Yes. I'm gonna try to replicate that this time.
When you meet people who are health conscious, do you feel like there's a specific culture that's different from like places like Finland or Canada?
Well, I learned yoga mostly in Finland. It was a smaller city, so there weren't like so many options. Yeah, which is like totally different from Taipei. And
yeah, we have all different kinds of yoga options that I can't pronounce.
And I think in Taipei there's like options that are more commercialized.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so less traditional yoga. Things to compare it to.
Okay.
Also like food-wise.
Food-wise, yeah. Like I feel like in Europe, there's a stark contrast between cultures and countries that really prioritize food in their culture. And then there's parts of Europe where Asians, we're like, how does the rest of the world live? Yeah.
Like for example, in Finland, almost all the restaurants have vegan options.
Oh, that's nice.
They really care about kind of your individual choices, but it's really impossible to like not find vegan options in restaurants because it's like a basic, human right that they think you should have. But for example, like in France, that's not the case at all.
I don't think French people care if you're vegan.
In Taiwan, I find that it's somewhere in the middle.
It also depends on, because I feel like for us, we have like Buddhist culture undercurrents that naturally offer like meat-free options, and that's generally vegetarian.
Well, I'll say that just having to carry that ball and throw it across a lane is a pretty intense workout on its own.
I was more taught to like have an opinion on things, but I think what I learned here is that sometimes it's okay to just leave things, just like leave it and wait for a while.
So culturally, we're more okay with space not being defined.
Yeah, totally, and it's something that I'm still learning, like at work. So, Asian hospitality, or we're just gonna talk about Taiwanese hospitality.
I think Taiwanese hospitality is its own breed.
Yeah, I grew up in Europe and like Canada. Like people are more reserved there in terms of being hospitable. Like we would never invite strangers to our home.
I mean, my parents have definitely done that. North America are the people that invented like the hitchhiking thing. Like,
oh, hitchhiking will be okay. Like you could go into people's cars.
So your car's not sacred, but your apartment is.
Yeah.
I would feel like a more accurate description of how a similar scenario would be. I think North Americans, in a sense, are very happy to show you what they have, and then they will hype it up for you. But Taiwanese people, the moment you turn on that flick in their head, and then
that's like a flick.
It's like suddenly zoom, like happy zombies, and they would just bring out the best stuff they have in their vaults for you.
Okay.
All right, let's try something a little bit more challenging than trying to throw a weighted orb towards a bunch of white pins. Bouldering. So initially I thought I signed up for rock climbing, and it wasn't until we got here did I realize that this was a lot scarier than I thought. I mean, trying not to fall off a cliff, That's a full workout that shocks all of your muscles awake.
If you had to pick one place to do yoga with a view in Taipei City, where would you pick?
My yoga studio.
Oh, come on, with a view. Are there good-looking boys there? Is that the view?
No, not even. Oh, my yoga teacher's hot. All right,
next one when I'm trying to come
so
down.
Smoothie bowl, bento box, or bubble tea, what's your reward? Choose one.
Very expensive bento box. If you could describe Taipei gyms in Taipei with one word, what would it be?
Oh, diverse?
If it's the trendy new private ones, queer.
Oh.
What's the best fitness-related date you've ever been on?
Maybe skating?
Oh yeah,
Which we
are going soon. Right? Okay.
Moving on next to our attempt to have fun and stay fit. Skating on ice and with some neon lights. The Taipei Arena offers both skating experiences on frozen water and with wheels that light up the night.
Alright, so we're now at the Taipei Arena, and then Anna and I are just warming up. She used to skate a lot in Canada.
And her mom was a skating coach.
I don't want to do with my own skates, but I can't. The only thing I can do is to move forward, because you know when your mom teaches you anything? It doesn't work. And then so all I have are just these skates. That's all I got from my mom's legacy. Nice skates. So Anne?
Yes?
We both know that it took us a while to find our balance. Well,
I'm still finding it.
we're still finding it? Okay. How would you express finding balance on ice and life, if you could?
I think it has to do a lot with core strength.
Core strength? Like physically?
Like, physically, yes. Kind of like have your core steady.
Have your core steady?
Yeah, so I think in life, like whatever we want to do something and lose balance, it's like, it's not really about balancing itself, but about like the core. So what about you?
Whenever I'm on the ice, I'm aware that I need to be balanced. I'm aware that I need to center my core, but I also feel like emotionally, it's a balance between being careful, but also learning how to trust yourself in situations and just let your body lead you. That's also applicable in life, because there are times you have to be cautious. You should always know when to just let go and trust yourself to take leaps or like to try new things and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I think.
Even leg day at the gym isn't this intense.
It's the first floor of Taipei Arena, and we're now at the roller skating rink on the first floor. I have spent enough time ice skating to know what I'm doing, but this is a lot harder to navigate.
First movie or pop culture reference that comes to mind when you think of roller skating?
Monica Geller and Friends with the big boobs and the Monroe wig, and then serving diner food because she was in between jobs. And now you know what? Now I look at this.
Roller skating.
I respect Monica.
Something about the vibe, because I couldn't think of any. All I could think of was High School Musical.
Anne made a remark saying that she was like, "Hey, Sydney, this is a perfect place for dates." And I was like, for girls, like for queer women. And she was like, she paused, and I was like, it's a very heterosexual dating.
It's kind of like showing off how.
Yeah. But how come the Ice Palace doesn't feel the same to you?
Because I think of the lighting, and you can see like the Ice Palace.
the lights do nothing for you.
Last but not least, it is not fitness or wellness if you're not intentional about what you eat. Taipei has always had a decent amount of vegetarian options due to our close cultural ties with the Buddhist religion. Since vegan diets became more popular over the years, the city has developed a lot of exciting options to choose from.
Why is at 30 years old? So I think because I like dealt with health issues my whole life, I always knew how it felt to feel bad. When I first went vegan, I like tried a lot of different things because I do research before starting them. Like, you gotta be careful and really know like why we do that.
Okay. Oh yeah, being intentional about why you exercise.
Yeah, like if you want to do paleo, like do you know what why do you want to do paleo? Is it your best choice? Like, just do more research about it. Just know the goal, like why you're doing it. Do you want to really be healthy short term, or you want to be healthy long term?
Or survive capitalism.
When I first started this work, I have to go to a different city, so the commute is so long. So I worked out to survive that.
Oh, that's why you invited me to do the running thing.
Yeah, the main goal was so that I could be fit, so that I could like feel good every day, you know, like doing my job. It takes like...
I thought you were just crazy waking up at 4.
Yeah, I know.
I tell people that I started this journey because I wanted better health. But I would be lying to say that if I didn't have to work a day in my life and I could just be a couch potato, this wouldn't bother me that much. But I have to be healthy to work 70 hours a week. I have to be healthy to look good on camera. I have to be healthy to have a longer career, to make more money. So in a way, I feel like it's a little bit hard for me to separate all of that from capitalism, because looking good means I'm productive. Interesting, because wellness also means not forcing yourself to be productive, but you also need to be disciplined and productive to have a healthy body, right?
This has been a very meaningful episode, me, because I have a very stressful relationship with sports. But being able to witness all these athletes from different ages still breaking records and still being so dedicated to staying fit was such a treat.
And these people helped me realize that making an effort to work on your body and your health and making exercise not a chore but a ritual was something worth celebrating.
For the past few weeks, I have laughed, I have sweated, I have freaked out, and I've bonded meaningfully with my friend and even with myself. That's it, folks. This is the end of our second episode here at Wander Taipei Season 2. This is Sydney Weng signing off from Taipei Broadcasting Station. Until next time!